You should go here, not here, because some Caribbean beaches are pure paradise and others are just chaos. The Caribbean is tricky. There are around 30 different islands and resort areas you can choose from, and while the beaches and hotels are great in most of them, the prices, the ease of travel, and especially the vibe can be wildly different from one island to the next. So I've narrowed it down to the 7 best options for a Caribbean trip depending on what you care about most. I'll show you the best overall pick, the best value all-inclusive, the best culture and nightlife, the most authentically Caribbean pick, the safest weather bet, the most romantic, and the easiest quick tropical escape. No stress, no guesswork, just the perfect first Caribbean trip. And stick around to the end because I'll share 2 very popular islands that I wouldn't recommend for a first trip and why. Trust me, those might surprise you. Okay, let's start with the easiest all-around pick. If you want your first Caribbean trip to be easy, fun, and absolutely gorgeous, Cancun and Playa del Carmen are the perfect place to start. It has the best flight connections in the entire region, so you can spend more time on the beach and less time in airports. And this area is huge. You've got the classic resort-lined beaches in the Cancun hotel zone, you've got Playa del Carmen with better nightlife shopping and walkability, and if you want that small island vibe, Isla Mujeres is right there with great snorkeling and calm, shallow beaches. Even Cozumel is nearby if you're into top-tier scuba diving. The point is, you can't outgrow Cancun on your first visit. Whether you want culture, adventure, or a week of poolside drinks and sunshine, it's all here. And to give you a sense of prices, a nice beachfront hotel in February can start around $240 a night, and all-inclusive resorts start only a bit higher, so they are a perfect choice for people who like a few drinks in paradise. Bottom line, if you're not sure where to go, this is the safest possible bet for an amazing first trip. But if you want a trip where everything is already taken care of, if you want a classic beach vacation where everything is included and everything is easy, Punta Cana is the heavyweight champion. There are dozens of large modern all-inclusive resorts here, and they absolutely dominate this category in the Caribbean. We're talking huge beachfront complexes with multiple pools, great swim-up bars, water parks for kids, professional shows and nightlife for adults, and basically a cruise ship on land, except the beaches are way better. And while a dozen Caribbean destinations have some all-inclusive resorts, Punta Cana is on another level. More competition means better prices, which is great news for first-time visitors. To give you an idea of costs, a well-rated beachfront all-inclusive in high season can be around $324 per night for 2 people, and that includes all your meals, snacks, and drinks. Bottom line, if you want sunshine, great beaches, and zero planning stress, Punta Cana might be the best value in the entire region. But what if you don't want to stay inside a big resort all week? What if you want beaches and a real city to explore? If you want great beaches, but you also want culture, history, and nightlife, San Juan is the easy winner, and honestly, probably my favorite pick on this entire list. This is where you can spend the day on a huge sandy beach with warm turquoise water and then head into Old San Juan at night for live music, cocktail bars, and incredible food, all surrounded by colorful Spanish colonial architecture and 500-year-old fort walls. It feels like a vacation and a real city trip at the same time. And here's a big perk for US travelers, no passport required. And your phone works here just like at home, no roaming or SIM card hassles. That alone makes it a fantastic first-timer choice. There are no all-inclusive resorts here, and San Juan isn't the cheapest destination on this list, but the vibe more than makes up for it. And the beaches in Condado and Isla Verde are actually quite a bit nicer than the footage I have, so beach lovers are not compromising here. As an example, a well-rated 4-star hotel in high season can be around $323 per night. If you want sunshine plus real culture and nightlife, San Juan is the slam dunk choice. Quick heads up, I've put links to the example hotels in the description below. You can check prices for your dates anytime. If you want a real Caribbean experience with friendly locals, great beaches, and a fun social scene, Barbados is a fantastic first trip. Most visitors stay along the south coast, especially around the St. Lawrence Gap, where you can walk to restaurants, bars, beach clubs, and small shops. It's lively but not chaotic, a great mix of vacation energy and everyday island life. One of the nicest things about Barbados is that you're not limited to big corporate resorts. You'll find plenty of independent beachfront hotels that feel more local and relaxed, along with larger upscale properties if you prefer something more polished. So whether you're a budget traveler or a treat-yourself type, you've got options. To give you a sense of pricing, a well-reviewed beachfront hotel in high season might run around $182 per night, and you're still steps from the sand and a short walk to nightlife. Barbados feels authentically Caribbean, the people are fantastic, and the beaches are gorgeous, especially on the south and west coasts. If you want a great beach trip plus a real taste of local life, this is the sweet spot. But maybe you're thinking, I just want sunshine guaranteed. If weather is your top priority, this next island is the no-worries choice. If you want perfect beach weather guaranteed, Aruba is the best first-timer option in the Caribbean. It sits outside of the hurricane belt, so even in winter you're looking at sunshine, warm breezes, and that clear turquoise water you're dreaming of. It's basically the no-worries Caribbean island. And the main vacation area, Palm Beach, looks like it was purpose-built for a stress-free trip. It's clean, safe, walkable, and packed with restaurants, beach bars, and even a few casinos. The beaches here are stunning, wide, soft, calm, swimmable, the kind of beach that makes people repeat Aruba year after year. This is definitely a more upscale destination though. To give you a sense of pricing, a well-rated beachfront resort in high season can be around $608 per night, so you're paying a premium for those perfect conditions. If you want a first Caribbean trip where nothing goes wrong, smooth flights, gorgeous beaches, and sunshine basically guaranteed, Aruba is your safest bet. If your idea of a perfect first Caribbean trip involves jaw-dropping scenery and a little romance, St. Lucia is the one. The twin volcanic pitons rising out of the sea are probably the most photographed sight in the entire Caribbean, and the rest of the island is nearly as stunning. This is a place where couples come to celebrate something, honeymoons, anniversaries, or just the fact that they somehow agreed on a vacation destination. You'll find lush green mountains, hidden coves, luxury hillside resorts with insane views, and some of the best romantic boutique hotels in the region. And the best part, it's not as expensive as it looks. A really nice 4-star resort in high season might be around $319 per night, and you're surrounded by scenery that looks straight out of a movie. If you want that moment where you look around and think, wow, we picked the right place, St. Lucia almost guarantees it. And maybe you only have 3 or 4 days to work with. In that case, this next island is the easiest win in the Caribbean. If you're finding this helpful so far, please tap like and subscribe. It really helps my small channel grow and gives me motivation to keep going with these. If you want a fast and easy tropical getaway, especially for a long weekend, the Bahamas are hard to beat. Nassau is closer to the US than any other island on this list, so flight times and prices are usually way lower. You can leave home in the morning and be on the beach by lunchtime. Paradise Island is the main resort area, and it's dominated by the enormous Atlantis complex. Basically a Caribbean Las Vegas, complete with a giant casino, shopping malls, an aquarium, and water parks. It's busy, exciting, and extremely vacation-y, and obviously plenty of people love that energy. But it's definitely not the cheapest place. Atlantis rooms usually start over $500 a night, and resorts charge extra for a lot of things. If you want something more relaxed and better value, there are smaller beach resorts right across the bridge on the main island that still give you that classic turquoise water Bahamas feel. To give you a sense of costs, a well-reviewed hotel on Paradise Island in high season might run around $383 per night. If you want zero hassle and a tropical trip that instantly feels like a vacation, Paradise Island is the quickest win in the Caribbean. And before I wrap up, I want to quickly mention a couple of islands that I actually recommend saving for your second trip for very different reasons. First, Jamaica. The beaches are gorgeous, the culture is amazing, but the hustle can be a lot if you're new to the Caribbean. Street vendors and shopkeepers often push very aggressively to sell you things, and they are relentless in the famous resort areas. If you're already a confident traveler, Jamaica is incredible, but for a first-timer, it can feel stressful just when you want to relax. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, St. Barts. This is where celebrities disappear to drink champagne on their yachts and the hotel prices look like typos. It's beautiful, sure, but for most of us, that's a trip number 7 island, not trip number 1. Again, both great destinations, just not the easiest places to start. So I would love to know which island fits your travel style best. Tell me in the comments, I respond to every single one. And of course, all those hotel links are in the description below if you want to dig deeper. And if you're deciding between all-inclusive resorts, watch my Best Caribbean Islands for All-Inclusive Resorts video next. That's a perfect follow-up to this one. Thanks so much for watching and enjoy planning your first Caribbean getaway.